Hundreds of Utah kids in need of food. That is a reality. And that's where the Super Bowl of Caring steps in.
We want to go to David James. He's live at Woodrow Wilson Elementary with how you can help. So, DJ, what can we do?
Well, I think the first thing you can learn is that this is a problem in every county in the state. You may not think it happens in your neighborhood, but it's everywhere. Jeanette Bott joins us now from the Utah Food Bank, and I was startled when I learned in the last year 175,000 kids at Utah schools qualify for free meals, breakfast and lunch. They don't eat well the rest of the time.
They do not. Sometimes those kids are not participating in those programs regularly, and then the after school, there's nothing for them evenings, and then we have weekend issues with kids.
We're here at Woodrow Wilson because you have a program here, the School Cafe, and the kids will be in here in about 5 minutes. We'll show you in the next half hour, but you can see some of the fixings are here, the applesauce is here. How does the School Cafe program work?
So it's Kids Cafe is the name of the program. It's hosted by Feeding America and the Utah Food Bank. It goes into a school that's a Title I. You have to have that qualification. Has to have an after-school program with an educational component and a facility like this to serve. So we come in, we provide a hot meal at the end of the day.
80 kids will be eating here tonight, and there's a good chance a lot of them wouldn't get dinner when they went home.
Absolutely. And so they can have a first serving. If there's food left over, they can have a second. We need to be sure those kids eat at the end of the day as well.
And what I said at the very top, you probably hear that all the time. People in communities say, we don't have a problem with hungry kids here. But when I talk to people in the Granite School District, they say, administrators say, kids don't even know when their fellow classmates are hungry because no one wears this as a badge of honor. No one really talks about this.
Well, hunger's invisible. I can't look at you and tell that you've eaten today or not. And the thing that's really sad is the children that we're serving don't choose to be in those situations. They're there because it's a product of their home life.
All right, we'll have more on this coming up on 2 News at 4:30. If you'd like to participate in the Super Bowl of Caring, maybe pass on some soda, some chips, a pizza at your Super Bowl party, and instead donate that money online at KUTV.com. Participate in the Super Bowl of Caring, and we'll use that money to help feed hungry kids. We'll have more coming up on 2 News at 4:30. Back to you in the studio right now.
Seems easy enough. Just go online, make a donation. We can all do that. All right, thanks a lot, David. They haven't aged much.
No, not at all. Hey, speaking of the Super Bowl, let's get back to David James.
Yeah, he's live at Woodrow Wilson Elementary talking about the Super Bowl of Caring.
The Super Bowl of Caring started a little more than 20 years ago in South Carolina with a lesson on gluttony. Super Bowl parties, we eat wings and chips and dip and drink soda. We don't really need any of it. While down the street, there are hungry kids. And you may think you don't have hungry kids in your neighborhood here in Utah, but you do. So Channel 2 this year is asking you to pass on some chips, some dip, some pizza. Take that money, use it to fight poverty and fight hunger in your neighborhood. Jeanette Bott joins us from the Utah Food Bank, and one of the programs we'd like to see grow is the cafe program you have here. You're feeding about 80 kids at this school who otherwise might not be getting dinner tonight.
We are. It's our Kids Cafe program. We go into 35 locations in Salt Lake, Tualatin counties, as well as Green River and Delta area. And these kids would not have dinner if it were not for a program like this.
So you said Green River and Delta?
Yes. Yes.
So how did you end up there?
Well, you know, those are areas who have after-school programs. The poverty level meets the criteria. They have a facility in their Boys and Girls Club where they can serve out of and help those kids. So we've partnered with them to do just this.
Right. So is this program maxed out? Is it still growing? How long have you had it here?
It is not. We're growing. We're looking for schools. We're looking for opportunities. Of course, with this comes transportation. We need trucks. We need drivers. It's a big deal to expand, but we're trying to every year to put at least 2 or 3 more Kids Cafe programs out. 1 in 5 kids in the state of Utah will go without a meal today.
I've learned a lot about this in the last year, and one thing I've learned is one size doesn't fit all. You actually have 3 different programs because different things work in different communities.
They do, and we have to be able to look at the demographic, we have to look at the family, we look at the need, and then we look at the ability for the kids to be able to help themselves.
As always, you can donate to the Utah Food Bank directly. We have a Super Bowl of Caring program going. You've heard a little bit about it. You'll see more ads going forward, more commercials. Some of our sponsors will be in a week from Friday. You can donate online right now at KUTV.com, and we'll be using the money to help feed hungry kids here in Utah. Jeanette, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Jeanette Bott joining us from the Utah Food Bank. Back to you in the studio.
All right, sounds like great work they're doing there. Thanks a lot, David.